Hey, this is Shiny Chaos. Yes, I've been gone for quite a while, and unfortunately, yeah, it's mainly due to me being kind of lazy. My headphone was kind of dragging out. There's shit in there, but we're starting up and bring you one of my one of my videos that have been waiting a long time for some loving, some commentary. This is a Siamey Hermitar quest. Now, Siamey Hermitar, not one I would definitely suggest doing with a heavy bowgun. It really is just, it's not terribly good. I mean, honestly, very bad. You're too slow. The Hermitar is going to just keep chipping away at you with moves that are very hard to dodge. I really would not suggest it. But I did it, and you can do it too. It's not that hard. Now, I do believe in this one, the longest. I mean, it's around 18-20 minute quest, and that's terrible for a Hermitar video. Unfortunately, a large portion of it in the early part is just me trying to find the bugger, because it's desert, and desert usually takes a bit to find your prey, just because it's fairly big. There's generally a good amount of locations, and Hermitar likes to burrow, which means you could go right past him, unfortunately sometimes without seeing him because he's underground. So let's take this time to deal with some non-gameplay thing. Well, some non-killing Hermitar things, I should say. First things, bring cool drinks. You're unlike cold environs where all you lose is stamina, you lose HP in desert, and I'm sure you've noticed this before, but cool drinks, useful, needed, do it. Paintball. This map has a lot of interconnections that are not easily reached by the player, but are close by for the monster, which means paintballs let you know where you have to go. Obviously, if you know your monster patterns, then not too necessary, but they're cheap, they're usually free, and they're very easy to get. Paintball plus, I want to say, bomb material is not terribly hard to make, although, and it definitely got a lot easier with the introduction of oh, wait, we have a movie. We have a movie. That's right, first time I did a Hermitar, so we get the little movie. Showing that, yes, this is my first time doing it on this character. And there's the Hermitar. Siamey Hermitar in all its glory. It's big, it's bad, it's a pain in the ass. There's a couple things you can do. It's not going to immediately notice you right away. Yeah. Those are the attacks I'm talking about, when it's just going to chip away at you. Especially when you're in gunner armor. I mean, those don't do terribly much when you're in Blade Master armor. For gunner armor, they do a lot of damage. I mean, sure, it's like, what, maybe a tenth of your damage, but, a tenth of your health, but it's going to add up over time. Yeah, that stance, if you're a gunner, bounces bullets back to you. Not fun. In Freedom, he got Freedom 2, no, in P2G, Portable 2G, he got a new attack. That is the charge. Yeah, that's that right there. I want to say, I haven't played Freedom 2 in forever and a day, so maybe he did. As you can see, part of the reason that this is going to take forever today is I didn't use the right bullet type. See, I was under the impression that since he's big, he would definitely take more damage from pellets, because he's not very many hitboxes, so Pierce isn't going to do anything. But for he's big and wide, so all the pellet shots would hit. Unfortunately, one pellet shot's very weak, even if all of them hit. And two, they're not water, so unlike with Diablos or Monoblos, where you're snapping the tail with them, and since it's Monoblos, he's weak to water. Yeah, no, this is Hermitar. It is water. It does not take much elemental damage from water, so pellet shell is not the thing to use. If you noticed, non-rage mode, his attacks are actually pretty dodgeable. As long as you can do it early enough to keep out of his legs, you'll be fine. On the other hand, Rage Mode, he's going to slap you around a bit for more damage. Yep, see? Get caught in the legs, you're going to get hit. Yeah. Otherwise, all his attacks pretty straightforward, pretty easy to see. If you're behind him, he's going to probably try and charge you. He has a long wind-up period, use that. Yep, to see that's the wind-up period, use that to roll out the way. Like any other heavy blow gunfight, rolling is your friend. If you can make them for cheap, power extract, not power extract, so... Sorry, there's the routine yawn of the recording. The, I want to say it's power extract, it's not though. Well done steak and power extract, whatever they make. Infinite stamina, essentially. Worth it, that way you can always roll around, escape. I do my standard, I can't time my reloads and end up not having shells when I need them. Fortunately, doesn't get me killed. So yeah, I mean, he's got a couple main attacks to worry about. In Rage Mode, his sideways walk to claw swipe is it's pretty damaging for gunner armor. Yeah, you see me go right at this normal shot. Because, oh my goodness, I'm not doing any damage. Because I was like, I didn't stagger him at all on that. He didn't cry, he didn't do anything. I don't think my pellets did jack diddly. So yeah, back to attacks. In Rage Mode, that sideways claw swipe does good amount of damage. It's very fast, very hard. You have to roll a lot earlier than you probably think you will. The charge is really just an attack to make sure you stay awake. It does a lot of damage, but it's very hard to get hit by it, to be honest. There's a couple of situations you can obviously get hit by it, obviously. If you're just not paying attention, or you roll wrong, or in the higher difficulty quests, it does track a bit better. But, I mean, it's not really that dangerous of a move, even in Rage Mode. It does a lot of damage, though. I mean a lot of damage. And it's not... It would really be far more threatening if it had the correct hitboxes, because you'll tend to slide off the face plates that are not the horn. Kind of the opposite of Plessy and Monobliss and Diablos charges. It's not completely insane hitboxes. That will be, unless it's in Rage Mode, straight up and down. If it's in Rage Mode, it'll track you. So don't just sit there firing thinking, oh, I got easy shots. Because you don't. You can break his claws. You can break... I'm not sure you can break his shell with a heavy gunner. I know you can with a wake up invincibility. Go. Sorry, it's 3:30, so I'm yawning a bit. I'm not sure you can break his shell with a gun. You might be able to with Craig's shots. Actually, I do believe you definitely can. But you can definitely break his claws, and that's what I was trying to do there. So that's kind of why I've been firing at suboptimal spots. Yeah, the face and legs. The face is going to do you more damage, but the legs are honestly the easiest spot to hit. And you can keep them in a pseudo lock. And some people frown on locks. I go, this thing has far more HP than I do. If I want to impose silly restrictions on myself, I'll do that with some other game. The water spray off, I mean, maybe in multiplayer it's a bigger threat, but just the angle at which it almost always uses it at is what makes it really not a threat. Raged ground pierces, whatever you want to call it, when he pokes his ass up out of the ground, those are actually kind of dangerous because they're fast and raged, and they actually track very well. So you generally have to run around a bit like an idiot and kind of keep an erratic pattern. I apologize for the yawns. I was not Unfortunately, there's something about dictating to a computer kind of forces the on. See, I get hit by the charge there, and it does a lot of damage since and he follows it up with a lot of, I got lucky there, invincibility timing on the roll, and the Genpray kind of saved my butt there. I probably would have been able to dodge it, but might not have been able to. So either way, I just took Genpray damage instead of, you know, go start your quest over again damage. So I swapped to pellets, take out the Genpray, because that's what pellets good for. Because it's gonna hit no matter how you aim, as I like aim 3/4 of the way away from it and still managed to. Yeah, I dodged because I thought he was still raged, which he's not, so he's not tracking, it's just straight up and down. That attack hurts a lot too. Good grief, I am sorry. Yeah, that's really about it for his pattern. I honestly am not quite sure. Hermitire is very straightforward. Daimyo Hermitire. It's not like Shogun Centaur. There we go, that's the name. And where the attacks are kind of a bit more varied. And there's a little bit more complication to it. But like a lot of the... you can Sonic Bomb him out of the ground if he's under it. Or, no, that's a lie. You might be able to, I don't think you can though. But if he does his little huddle up stance where he sort of curls into a bar and reflects shots, you can Sonic Bomb that. That I definitely know you can do, and I might actually show it in this video. Yeah, I'm coming fresh off this video. I have not taken a look, and it has been quite a while since I recorded it. To be honest, I was really just kind of disappointed in how I ran this hunt and how long it took, because it's honestly a really bad hunt. It's my first time doing Daimyo Hermitire with a heavy bowgun, and like I said at the beginning, I really just don't recommend it. It's doable, and if you really want to go with the solo weapon sort of challenge, it's definitely not going to ruin your day, but there's so many better weapons for doing this. The hammer absolutely destroys Daimyo Hermitire. If you're having trouble with Daimyo Hermitire, switch to hammer. And once you get the basics of the hammer down, you will just wreck this thing's face. The fact you're in melee and have no block doesn't really make much of a difference. But it's heading to the 13-14 minute mark, so I'm going to pause right here while I set up part 2 of this, since, you know, got 15 minutes total, and I will catch you guys on the next part. See you later.